And Adrian Durham joined Danny Murphy on Kickoff, the show last week, I do apologise, said he thinks the extra time added is clearly damaging for players.
Footballers are already running record distances now, and we're asking them to continue for even longer. I was at Sheffield Wednesday Friday night, 6 minutes end of the first half, 9 minutes second half. Watford, I was there on Saturday, 8 minutes first half, 9 minutes second half. This is out of hand already. I mean, I understand. The sentiment is right from Howard Webb. But in practice, it's ludicrous, and it shows, yet again, law changes that don't really understand how footballers work.
Are they playing too much football? And we're only a season. Feels like a season. Only a week in.
No, because I almost feel like some people's kind of theory towards this is, well, you get paid enough to just shut up and run.
I wouldn't. Listen,
that's how it sounds.
They've played in Greece, right? Mm-hmm. In the middle of the week, and the temperatures out there is nuts. Yeah. It's the middle of August, and they finished after midnight. Them getting to play Saturday afternoon, even I think is a bit nuts. Mm-hmm. But what I will say is, throughout the season, when I hear, we've got 3 games in 15 days, I'm like, you're an athlete. Mm-hmm. I do think sometimes.
I get that, but I do get but I don't think they're particularly moaning about that.
No, they're not. There's a duty of care from the Premier League.
Yeah, of course.
Here. There's no reason why their Newcastle game Saturday night can't be Sunday at noon. There's no reason. Let's go to the phone lines. 03717223344. Marky Mark's an Arsenal fan. Hi, Mark.
Hi, guys. You all right?
I'm great. I'm very well. How are you?
Yeah, good, thank you. Good. So on this player protection issue, I see both sides of the argument, but Darren raised the issue earlier where he sort of said, he used the analogy of friends sort of going for a kickabout and then the following day being knackered, being in pain. I don't think that's a very relevant analogy because these footballers have the world's best sports scientists and nutritionists so that any sort of fatigue or fallout from a game the day before is minimised as much as possible. I agree that there will be an element of it, but I don't think that's a fair analogy. And secondly, on the point of the money, I agree it's not as simple an argument as they get paid so much they should do it. But at the same time, I think if you asked every single professional footballer in the Premier League, would you play the same amount you play right now if you were paid the average salary of a UK worker? They wouldn't play it. So clearly it is a factor.
Hold on, what, you think the money's a factor?
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't think a lot of them, because getting to that level of what the levels of the money they earn, they obviously do it because they love it. So at that particular moment, it's got nothing to do with the money.
Yeah. As much as you poo-pooed Bentley's analogy for playing football in the park, I would say yours is as poo-pooey.
I just don't think it's quite as simple as that. I mean, obviously, Darren's been a professional footballer, but at the same time, I don't know if that many would say I would play the same amount of games that we're being played. The Man City starting 11, after their game, I agree as an isolated incident, it's going quite far. But on the money issue, I don't think it's quite as easy as saying they're paid so much, they should just get on with it. Because I don't think that they would all say if we were paid 50 grand a year, they would do it.
Do you know what? You'd be surprised, Mark. And the reason I say that is because for me, playing football, and I was fortunate enough to do it, for me it was the best job in the world. So I know it comes with a lot of money. I understand that. And listen, I'll be never one to poo-poo money. I understand that. But it still, for me, was the best job in the world. Waking up, training, playing football. Yeah. Next day, waking up, playing football, and doing nothing else. Even if it's the money aspect, because you've got to think as well, Mark, the further you go down the pyramid, these guys are still playing for around that type of money, and they love it.
Mark, let me ask you, so are you suggesting then that if you pick a footballer, let's just say Lionel Messi, and he would have been offered 50 grand a year to play, he would rather turn it down to become an architect and get 200 grand a year?
I don't know if that's what he would do. I don't know.
No, but are you suggesting that all these footballers would choose another profession?
Well, if the complaint is we're being worked too hard, they would surely go look for another profession that they wouldn't be working so hard.
Is that what you're suggesting?
Probably, yeah.
Okay. I agree with you. People get into football because they love it, and then it just so happens to pay ridiculously well.
It comes with the territory. The better you do at football, the more money you earn.
I don't think there's too many footballers that look at how much footballers earn and think that's what I want to do because of it.
No, I think a lot of footballers I know who made it from a kid, they play it because they love it.
Yeah. Shaz is up next. Hi, Shaz.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
Yeah, I'm great too. Long time fan, man. Listen to both of you guys all the time. You know, it's good that you guys are up here, man. I really enjoy you guys.
Nice that. Shaz, that's very kind of you. You may just be my favourite caller so far today.
Man, you got to give credit where credit's due. You know, a lot of not great stuff on the radio. You lot are doing it. But anyway,
that's nice. You haven't got a radar diary by any chance, have you?
No.
Okay. If you know anyone, just make sure they tick Goldstein and Bent. All right, weekdays 4 till 7. All right.
I'll let them know.
Okay.
For sure. You know what? I'm a Man City fan, guys, and I might be a bit biased here, but it's not right, because how can both, the UEFA Cup people and also the Premier League people, how can they not look at the fixtures and think, hold on, that even for City, who, okay, arguably we've got 2 starting 11s potentially, you still can't be doing that. I'm sure, imagine if it wasn't City in our position, it was another team right now whose midfield, they wear red and their midfield isn't doing as great right now. They don't have as many players as us. What would they do? They'd be complaining non-stop, I'm referring to a German fellow that you guys probably know about. But, it's not right. It's just not right.
Do you know what I will say? Because I think Sevilla are playing next Monday. So clearly La Liga's looked after their schedule.
So I didn't know that. But, there you go. And, would anyone really care if City, in the general consensus of Premier League fans who just like to watch football as well as support their own team, would they care if City played on a Monday night against Newcastle? No. Maybe that should have been Monday night football for me. So,
okay, Shaz, thank you for your call and your kind words, and find people with that radio diary for me.
No, I will do. I'll get back to you.
Thanks, man. By the way, if you do own a radio diary, right, make sure you mark me and Bentley down. I don't think I've ever said that in my 15 years here. But
talkSPORT Drive. Super opinionated sporting debate. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.